Accra supports President Ibrahim Traoré, the solidarity march that shook West Africa. In the warm and bustling streets of Accra, the capital of Ghana, an unprecedented event was about to take place. This was no ordinary protest, nor a typical political rally. On that day, the heart of the city beat with the rhythm of solidarity, African dignity, and a deep respect for a man already nicknamed in many homes, the Lion of Faso. That Sunday, thousands of people, young and old, men and women, students, intellectuals, artists, and farmers, filled the avenues of Accra for a solidarity march in honor of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, transitional president of Burkina Faso. Glow showing Europe Africa, a march born from the people. It all started humbly, almost unnoticed. A group of Ghanaian students from the University of Legon, fascinated by Captain Traoré's journey, decided to pay tribute to him. For them, this young president symbolizes a new Africa, brave, independent, rooted in traditional values while looking toward the future. They created a social media page, launched a few videos, sparked discussions on community radio, and within days, the movement caught fire. Ghanaians were moved, not just by the man, but by what he represented: rebellion against corrupt systems, the end of Western dependence, and the restoration of African pride. Speaking head, voices rise. Among the marchers, Kofi Mensah, a farmer from the Volta region, spoke with emotion. "I'm not Burkinabe, but Ibrahim Traoré gives me hope. He speaks like a village son, he acts for the poor, and he confronts powers that others fear. He deserves our support." A law student, Abina Sirwa, passionately added. "What Captain Traoré is doing is historic. He doesn't rule for himself, but for his people. He puts the country's resources in the hands of the farmers, the children, and the women. That's a real African leader." Scroll the legacy of Pan-African struggle. The march fits into a broader context: the resurgence of Pan-Africanism. Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's first president, had dreamed of a united, proud Africa, capable of standing on its own. To many Ghanaians, Ibrahim Traoré embodies that forgotten dream. Protesters held signs that read, "Hand in hand with Burkina Faso. Traoré, son of Africa, we stand with you. Africa is waking up." Some chanted slogans in Twi, others in Moor. Griots played the kora and drums to accompany the march. It was a moment of unity, beyond borders, beyond languages, beyond history. Stop sign tension with the West? While the march remained peaceful, whispers of diplomatic tension echoed. Some Western media openly criticized Traoré, labeling him a populist military ruler. But these accusations slid off the people like water on baobab leaves. One young protester boldly stated to the camera, "Let them talk. We know what he's doing for his people. He refuses foreign control. That's why they're afraid of him." Handshake, the message of a united continent. At the end of the march, a delegation delivered a symbolic letter to the Burkina Faso embassy in Accra. It contained not just a message of support, but also an invitation for Ghana, Burkina, Mali, Niger, and all willing nations to build a sincere union based on sovereignty, culture, and honor. Local TV stations aired images of thousands of Ghanaians singing the Burkinabe national anthem. School children, in uniform, held up portraits of Ibrahim Traoré with words written below, "Thank you, Captain." Lightbulb, a lesson for Africa and the world. This march was more than a political event, it was a symbol. A symbol of an African youth no longer willing to follow old rules. A symbol of people standing behind those who defend their land, their ancestors, and their future. A symbol of a continent beginning to write its own story. And in the days that followed, videos of the march circulated online, reaching even the most remote villages in Burkina Faso. There, the elders nodded in pride. There, young people whispered, "Even in Ghana, they believe in us." Endero conclusion: when Africa unites, no one can stop it. Whether one supports or criticizes Ibrahim Traoré, it's undeniable. He has awakened something.
A flame.
A vision.
A will.
And Accra understood it. Accra showed it. And all of Africa heard it.